Lovelies, welcome to my channel once again. Yes, today I'm going to show you how to do a DIY necklace if you don't know how to crochet or knit. Before I start, please do subscribe to my channel and do turn on that notification bell. It will really help me out a lot. We're hoping to get to 200 subscribers, so please help me out. Okay, so let's start. So what you're going to need the scissors, some t-shirt yarn, a measuring tape, and some beads. We're using 8mm hollow beads. Then these are gold. We need 36 of them, and 6mm hollow beads, and we need 2. Okay, let's start. Okay, so to begin, we're going to take our t-shirt yarn and we're going to cut 100 centimeters, and we're going to cut 4 strands. Then after that, we're going to take these 4 strands and we're going to join them by doing a simple knot. So simply like this, make a circle and make this end to go inside like this and tighten that knot. Okay, so the next stage, you're going to take your clip or board and you're going to clip your 2 strands, and I'm going to twist. I sort of like turn, then put one on top of the other, turn, then put one on top of the other. So I'm going to twist all the way until I get to the end, then I'll come back. Okay, so when I get to the end, I'm going to make another simple knot. And tighten it like that. Okay, so the twist is still on the board. I'm going to measure around 15 centimeters, just like somewhere here, and here I'm going to make a knot right there, a simple knot. Okay, so it will look something like that. It's 15 centimeters. Okay, so from that, remember we measured 15 centimeters, then made a knot. Then from there we're going to measure 35 centimeters, then we make another knot, a simple knot. Okay, so after making that point knot, we can remove this. Right. So now what we're going to do, we wanted this curve. Right here. So now we're going to take our thing and we put it under there. Okay, so the next stage is to take t-shirt yarn again, and you're going to cut roughly 25 centimeters to 28 centimeters, and you're going to cut 11 strands. I'll show you what we're going to do with the 11 strands. Okay, so next we're going to take our twisted strand and we're going to just fasten it on the board. Right, then what we're going to do, we're going to go to the middle here, and I'm going to take one of these strands. So I'm going to fold it in half like this, and I'm going to put it below the strand, and I'm going to take this piece, the one that is at the bottom, and I'm going to insert into this loop, so in there, and it comes up, then we pull. And you pull just like that. So I'm going to do one on this side and one on the side. So that's what I'll be working till I finish. I'll do another one just like that, fold it in half, put it under there, and put the bottom inside the top, and it like that. So I've done 3. I'm going to do the rest of these strands, and I'll be just working on this side and this side like that until I finish. So let me do that and come back. So when you finish, it should look like this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the 6th one, that's the starting one that I'm going to start. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 6 beads on these 2 strands. Okay, so after putting the 6 beads, you're going to notice that you've got 5 strands on this side and 5 strands on this side. So now what you're going to do, you're going to put 5 beads in the this one, and 5 beads on this one. So it's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the number of beads you're going to put. And on this side also you're going to put 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'll quickly put those beads and I'll come back. Okay, so when you finish putting the beads, your necklace should be looking like this, but as you can see, it's sort of like crowded. So now what you're going to start to do, you're going to start like to just put it apart like this, so that like there's space for each and every strand, so that it's not crowding in one place like that. Okay, at this point I'm going to remove my board because it's affecting my lighting. So hold on. Okay, so the next step that I'm going to do, I'm going to take my thing like this and I'm going to make a simple knot, the ones that I was making all along. Make a circle, just a simple knot, and just tighten it like that. So I'm going to make simple knots for all of the strands and I come back. Right, so after doing the knots on all the strands, you've got two options. You can either cut the same size so that it's like a straight line. So if you want to cut a straight line, then I would recommend that when you make the strands, make them longer, cut them longer, so say maybe like 30 centimeters, so that it gives you enough room. So I'm going to cut it straight. Okay, let me cut it off camera and I'll come back. My scissors is bad. Okay, so this is one option of cutting it straight to the same size. So if you like it, you can do that, but I actually like just cutting it sort of like in a fringe, like just like following the curve almost. My scissors is really bad. Actually, I think cutting it straight is better. Just like that. So I'm going to cut it as close as I can to the, then I come back. Okay, so I like just cutting it as close as I can to the bead. So this is how it looks. Okay, so let's move to the next part. Okay, the next stage, I'm first going to just remove these knots so that we unravel the twist. So I'm going to quickly remove this. Okay, so after unraveling the knotted part, I'm going to take 3 strands, put it on one side, then you're going to, after unraveling, you're going to take 3 strands and put it on one side, then you're going to cut maybe somewhere around here, the 5 strands. Let me do it off camera. Okay, like this. I'm going to do the same on this side. So once you cut, you've got a few options that you could do. If you have those big beads, I think a 12 millimeter bead, hollow bead, you can just take that bead and put it here, and maybe you can make a knot to seal it, and that will be it. If you don't have beads like me, you can put ribbon, so you can wrap black ribbon around it like this. Around the whole thing, then you put glue. So that's another option. Or I'll show you a third option. Okay, so the third option is taking your t-shirt yarn again and just folding it like this. Then you're going to wrap, just wrapping around the, so you're going to wrap and wrap until you get somewhere here. So let me wrap and come back. Okay, so when you wrap like this, then you can just make a simple knot to make another one, wrap, make a simple knot at the bottom. Like this. Okay, so after wrapping and tying at the bottom, the next stage is to put the 4 strands into this one bead. So I've already done one side. This is how it looks like. So I'm going to do on this side, so I'm going to use scissors to help me put the string. So let me do it off camera and come back. Okay, so after putting the 4 strands, I'm just going to pull the strands so that my beads comes there, and just pull your beads so that it just comes right there. Put it as tight as you can, like that. Because the 4 strands are literally like covering the whole bead, you don't need to do anything. Then you just go to the end and you just make a knot. And then you cut. Right, so if the 4 strands are difficult for you, if putting the 4 strands in the one bead is difficult, then you can just cut one of the strands and put 3. Like as I said before, ideally if I had those big beads, then it would fit perfectly here, and your necklace would even look more nicer. Okay, that's it for me. That's how you make this DIY what do you call it, necklace. And thank you so much for joining me. Join me in my next video. Please do subscribe. Okay, bye bye.